Hello, my name is Adam, and welcome to another WriteStories tutorial. Today I'm going to be going over the Guardian module for parents or guardians of the Scriptive WriteStories program. Please keep in mind that this is an early access version of WriteStories. We're always improving our product, and if you encounter any issues or have feedback, you can click this little bubble down here, Help and Resources. If there are any features or new things you'd like us to add to this program, you can request a feature here, or if there are any problems or bugs you run into, you can report them here. Upon first signing up and creating your account, you will be first greeted by this interactive dashboard page. And if you're ever unsure of where you are, we have these navigational icons. And this one that's highlighted in purple is the dashboard, and that's where we currently are. So these icons will help you navigate the program. That being said, there's also this sidebar here that can be extended to give you more space that has some other options. These are also kind of navigational tools, but they're more technical, like managing your children, managing your subscription and various settings and logging out, etc. Now I'm going to draw your attention over to this top right corner. As you can see, it has your profile name. If you click this drop down arrow, you can see more information about your profile, settings, log out, and you can also use this button to switch your account to your child's account and have them start writing. You can also click this bubble as well to log into your child account. To the right here in the top corner, we have this notification bell. If you click on it, you will be able to see the notification window where you can search through your notifications and different pop-ups will show up here. Say if your child completes a book, they reach certain milestones, they want you to review their book, etc. You can also sort it here. Now we're going to go back to the dashboard so I can talk a little bit more about that. So here you can explore the library and start choosing books for your child. But there's also this nifty go back button. So if you ever made a mistake or want to go to the previous place you were, that comes in handy. But back at the dashboard, you can also see the books completed in certain months, words written, badges, progress by book, and you can actually explore books down here as well. Just some of the newest ones will show up here. Now I'm going to show you how to add a child. So if you go over to this tab on the left called My Children, click on that. So you can see I've already added a child where you can see their name, username, and just various information about them. But let's add one. So if you press this Add Child button right here, you can name your child. Let's see, I'm going to name him Atlas. Atlas 7 login code. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 for now. Press Next. Choose the age. Let's say he's 9. Choose a fun avatar, and then save. It's really that simple. Congrats. There's also this magic link that you can copy, and say if you emailed it to a different computer or an iPad, you could open it up on there and the child could just begin writing there. So that's also nice. Now you can see I have 2 children, and there's also this voice to text feature that I'll show you in a bit that you can toggle on and off. So if you want your older children not to use that as a crutch and just to type, then you can actually toggle it off. But for the younger kids who might not be as comfortable with typing and want to vocalize their story, you can activate that for them. And right here, you also have actions, so you can switch to their account directly, or you can view, look at that link, or delete children. Okay, so now I'm actually going to show you a little bit about subscriptions. So if you click this subscription button in the bottom left corner, you can see your plan. So right now I have the basic plan with a 7-day free trial, and I have 1 to 2 children under this plan. And you can also access the billing portal to see your billing information. You can manage your plan as well. And this is nifty. You can actually see when the trial ends right here. This will always update. There's also the option to sponsor a classroom. Okay, now for the fun part. So we're going to actually go to library by clicking this library icon at the top. And here is where you can see all the books that we have on our platform. It's really cool because this always updates. And so we get new stories every week. And so you can look through these stories here and find one that you think your child would be interested in. Like for instance, this one right here. As you hover over them, you can see some information like the publisher, the page count, and you can also add to favorites here by clicking this heart or preview the story. So now that I'm in preview mode, I can click on these pages and kind of see what's in the book. And if it's something that I want my child to write, I can press this little assign book button. And here's the assign book pop-up window. So once this window is open, you can do a lot of different things. You can go back to the library if you want to choose a different book, or you can go ahead and put in this information to create an assignment. And so for an assignment, you can do whatever you want. You can say, write a story about the turtle. Personalized instructions, these you don't have to put in, but it can be more fun if you have a specific thing you're working on with your child in your homeschool curriculum. Like say, if your focus was adjectives, you could say, use 3 adjectives per page. And here you can select your child. So you can select one or multiple children. But for this, I'm just going to select Jimmy and set a due date. So I could say, I'll give you 2 weeks to do that. And once this information is set and you like it, you press this button to assign the book. Book is assigned. Then when you exit out here, go back to your dashboard. Now you can see this has been updated, progress by book. So you can see that Jimmy was assigned this book and there's this little progress bar that you can monitor. Now I'm going to show you how to get your child writing the story that you assigned them. And so there's multiple ways you can do this. You can click this start writing button here. There's one at the top here, or you can even go down and switch your account manually to whichever child you want. I'm just going to show you by clicking this button at the top because it's the easiest. So now you'll get this login screen. It says select a child to start writing. And so it's important to note, to write a story, you do have to be logged in to a child's account. And so we assign this to Jimmy. So I'm going to click on Jimmy's account. And as you can see, it's switching over. And this is what your child account is going to look like. So right here, you have a write your story button just to get you in. You have the navigation buttons in the middle here. Other than that, it is very similar to the adult account, but it's just a little bit more simplified. And if you scroll down here, there's a My Assignments tab, and you can see this book. We have the due date, we have the details, the title. If I click on it here, it should bring me right into the book. So the book will automatically be in full screen mode, but I like to undo that. And so there's actually this little button right here, the top right corner, that you can click to toggle that on and off. And now you have your story right in the middle. Now this is where the WriteStories magic happens. This is where your children can write their own stories by clicking in this box right here. Words can be written on each page, like so. And you can use these arrows or these numbers to navigate the pages to continue writing. You can also navigate the story using these frames down here. If you click to a certain frame, it'll automatically go to that page in the story. But going back here, there are also a number of tools to help your child write their stories. For instance, this undo and redo button can undo the words written in the text box or make them come back. There's also this nifty word counter that actually counts the words in the text box. So if you assigned your child to write 50 words a page, they can know when they need to stop. Something also that's really cool is that you can press this button to add more text boxes to the page, or use this trash can icon to remove them. On top of that, there is this feature here that you can actually expand the text and make it look how you want, and you can use this to move it onto your page. I would also like to show you these special customization tools. You press this icon down here, you can actually change the look of the text. You can bold it, you can change the color, you can change the background, you can do anything you want, really. You can even change the size and the font. And your children can customize their story to make it look however they want. As your child makes multiple changes to their story, there is this save button at the top right here where they can manually save, but we also have an autosave feature in place. So it should save the book periodically. And there's this icon next to it that lets you preview the book so you can see how it will look. So this is what it looks like right now. As you can see, the text is red and different, and it's in that new placement that I put it earlier. And you can click this button to continue writing and go back to here. So just to explain some of these other icons at the top here, this one right here lets you go back to all your other stories. So if your child wants to take a break from this one and work on something else, they can do so easily. And there's also this percentage meter right here, which shows how much of the book has been completed. And basically this is looking for at least one text box to be written in on each page. Now I want to show you a really cool feature that WriteStories has, the voice to text feature. And so this little microphone icon, if you click it, say something and click it again, it will record your voice and put it in the story. So for example, the turtle walked up to the rabbit and noticed he was carrying 3 juicy carrots. Look at that. Once a book is completed, you'll see this percent bar is 100%. If your child clicks on it, they'll be greeted with this. Congrats, you have completed the book. When the child is done with it and wants to send it for review, you can press this finish button. Congrats! Now that your child has finished their story, they can choose to write a new one by exploring the library. They can check their own stories here and actually organize them using folders, which is pretty neat. You can rename folders or delete them here. You can see your assignments, your recent stories, the due dates right here. There's a lot of ways they can manage their assignments. One last thing on the child account is badges. Eventually, the more books that are created and different things are achieved, they will receive these little badges. And this will update as we go on. That being said, I will log back in to the parent account. You can actually log back into your parent account by clicking here. But for security reasons, you have to know your parent's birth year to switch. And so, let's see, I did 2006 for this one. So I'm going to click that, and it's going to switch me back to the parent or guardian account. And now, if I go to my notifications bar, it says Jimmy has completed the assigned book. Please review. This is where I can review the story by clicking this preview button. You can see their progress. Very nice. And I can comment on their book. And this is the cool part. Jimmy, you did such an amazing job. You can actually grade the book as well if you'd like. I give an A+. Press done. And once I click that, the child will be able to see in their notifications, if I switch back, that their book has been graded and commented on. So if I click this little notification bell, Adam has reviewed your book, check the comment, and keep writing. A+, Jimmy, you did such an amazing job. There you have it. So going back to that adult account, if I go down to this dashboard, I can see the progress is full. It's 100% complete with this book. And I can see the child's progress. You can see how many books they complete during the week and during months. And right now Atlas hasn't created anything yet. And I can go on to add more assignments. You can also add assignments by clicking this button. It'll automatically just import a random book here, which is kind of cool. Or you can assign from the library like I showed earlier. So these are the basics of WriteStories. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Hope it was helpful. And remember that you can always report bugs if you run into them or request new features. It being in early access, we really want to add more to this program to make it smoother and just to improve the overall experience. If you need any help, just reach out to us, and thanks for watching.